Pretty good. I know Rap Monster because one time I got bubble tea for Kate, and unbeknownst to me, it was a special occasion. It was Rap Monster's birthday. You might say, were you getting bubble tea at the BTS Cafe in downtown Seoul? Nope, it was in Vancouver. They just got they're big into BTS, apparently. And then I know Jungkook, because he's got that every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. He's got that song that for no reason, great song, but for no reason at all has a Lato feature on it. A Lato, what does that mean? A Lato feature? Lato is a, no, not Lato from The Witcher 2. No, I think he's in prison. No, just little Latos I'm leaving around, Mikasa. Oh, use the shortcut, okay. She's a female hip-hop artist. You know, is that my Bessie in a Tessie? You know what I'm talking about? Shortcut, that's right. No, not Lizzo. It's Lato. It's a different individual. That song is Doja Cat and Sweetie. Okay, well, I didn't know that, but Lato also makes songs that sound like that. I didn't know that she's not on that one, though. I think she's named after, like, a coffee or something. I don't know. Where the hell is my shortcut, bro? It's pronounced Lotto. It's the open gate. Oh. No, not Megan Thee Stallion. She's a savage. I really thought I had the timing on that one. Isn't that the guy from the Muppets? You know, Kate, I never told them about how we watched like the first hour of the second Muppets movie after the reboot when we were on vacation. And I think that I'm not like a Muppets guy. I've just never really been exposed to them that much, except as a kid I did see Muppet Treasure Island and Muppet Christmas Carol in theaters, but I was like 7, right? So I didn't really, I laughed, but I was mostly just because it's puppets. We watched Muppets Most Wanted. They go on a world tour, right? They go to Berlin, and they're playing at a little hole-in-the-wall concert venue. And outside, because it's in Germany, you got to know this part, outside of the venue, the sign says, Die Muppets. And then the 2 old dudes says, looks like the reviews came out early. I was like, I laughed for like at least 2 minutes straight. It's just the perfect joke, man. It's got everything. Oh, man. What was that? There was a second line they had, too, that I forgot about. I know, 2 minutes was... well, it wasn't like... I shouldn't say 2 minutes straight. That was a lie. I laughed for, like, probably 30 seconds. And then I was like, I've been laughing too long. And then I laughed for 2 minutes in aggregate, thinking about it over the next half hour. All right. Oh, man. Oh, it was, looks like the reviews came out early, and then they laughed, and then they said either that or they accidentally put the results of the comment cards on the sign or something like that. And I was like, man, they still got it. They might be old, but they still got it. Either that or they've been reading the comment cards. Oh, man. Go watch the first half hour of Muppets Most Wanted. It does have Ricky Gervais in it. Your mileage may vary on that. he does have a song about how God is not real. But I'm like, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. Out of nowhere. He's like, by the way, Kermit, God's not real. Oh, really, Ricky? That's all I got for my Kermit the Frog impression, by the way. I'm not gonna provide any more because it could only ruin it. Would you share a blunt with Ricky Gervais for $1 million? Would you spend a year in the untitled Amazon Music and Google Finance folder for $100 trillion? Yeah, I would. I mean, I like... One of the reasons that Ricky Gervais is annoying for me is because he is very funny. He has a great comedic brain. I personally feel like he doesn't play to his strengths when he becomes very militant about his atheism when he's already made the point. And then especially the Chappelle-esque doubling down on cancel culture is just like, even if it resonates with you, which it really doesn't for me, at some point surely you've got to be like, we know? Like, we heard this one before, can you... But like, one of the... I didn't see the whole last... I don't even know if it's the last special, but it's the one that's like literally called Triggered. I remember, like, every joke was like, and then some nobody was fucking mean to me on Twitter, right? And I just, and it's just like that for 45 minutes. And I'm like, you don't need to give these people the attention if like this is what's, like you're famous and they're nobodies. Like, why are you dedicating your limited Netflix time to like a random person said like, you're ugly? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I think you can be offensive and funny. I mean, that's not even close to controversial. Like, the Shane Gillis special, I thought it was really funny. It was also quite offensive. Like, there were parts of it that I was like, that's too far. But then there were parts of it that I was like, that's one of the funniest things I've heard in a long time. So he's kind of like, he's skirting the line, which must have been hard for him because I know he's one of Joe Rogan's friends. So he showed a lot of restraint. I can get down with like some of that stuff. It's just when it's like, I mean, I'm not even like a stand-up comedy guy necessarily, but the last like 3 Dave Chappelle specials, there's like 15 minutes where you're like, he's still got it, and then you're like, shut the fuck up, please come. We know. We know you're like courting controversy at every single one, and then people are like, I don't agree with you, and then you're making like another special about how people are mean to you when they don't agree with you, and I'm like, it's fucking that could we just go back to Killing Them Softly or something, man? It's crazy. We're really gonna do this again? We're gonna do another 120-minute. Comedians are the modern day philosophers of our times, and we're just gonna, the first like 30 minutes you're gonna be like, wait a minute, holy cow, Dave's back. The last 90, he pulls out the stool, lights a cigarette. You're like, oh, here we fucking go, man. Here we go. Oh, no. Says something like, let's talk about something. And then you're like, oh. Anyway, I saw someone in chat, and this is at the end of the day. You can like what you like. It's just my opinion. It's not that serious, I guess. But like the Ricky Gervais stuff, someone in chat nailed it. in my opinion, which is they said that he doubled down on the worst aspects of himself. He doesn't, in my opinion, the parts of himself that he feels are his strengths, I actually feel are his weaknesses and best used with modesty. The parts of him that are his strengths, he is pushed to the side in favor of this weird, like, Chris Angel comedian bit that I find annoying. Like, he's actually a very tender guy. You can tell from the shows that he's written, not so much The Office, but The Office, the UK Office, is genuinely like, I know this is an overused statement, but it's like the American Office on steroids. It's like if you like cringe humor and you haven't seen the UK Office, you gotta, first off, it's 8 episodes long. As they say, it's the longest British television program ever made. It's very good. And the podcast stuff with Stephen Merchant and Carl Pilkington is hilarious. You just gotta relax a little bit, I think. Peep Show's pretty cringy too. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it's up there. Probably one of my favorite shows of all time. Is that? I mean, How I Met Your Mother is #1 for life. Nothing's ever touching that. Not unless they create another Barney Stinson, which is not likely because he's one of a kind. I don't know why, but like one of the only things I remember about Peep Show is, and it's like a "that's so me" moment, which I'm sure everybody has when they watch it. But when he finally, I forget the name of Olivia Colman's character that he's like in unrequited love with forever, but he finally like gets her alone and is gonna make his move, and he puts on Das Boot, and it's like 4.5 hours long of the dudes in the German submarine. Oh man, that is funny. Sophie, that's it. What's your favorite reality TV show from Australia? I think you got it, Macros. I think you got it. It's Australian Border Patrol. I watched like 5 episodes of Canadian Border Patrol, and I was like, this show owns. And then I thought about it for like 2 seconds and was like, wait a minute, this show's like fucked up, man. People are having like the worst day of their life, and they're like, this bozo tried to bring salami into the Ottawa airport. That'll be $480. First few episodes with an uncritical gaze, I was like, get their ass, dummy. Nobody brings undeclared charcuterie into my country. Anyway, then I watched the Australian one, and it was like a little bit of that. And then there was a segment where they used gunships to like shoot warning shots at a refugee ship from Indonesia. And I was like, what the fuck? We don't have any of that going on Canada's Border Patrol. If they're doing it, they're not filming it, that's for sure. Like, bro, chill. And then they were like, plus the ship's got a bunch of salami. And I was like, get their asses. They're also, because I saw someone in chat say this. They said the best part of Canadian Border Patrol is seeing the Americans get stopped at the border and told that they can't bring their guns across. We need to be honest with one another here, okay? We're mending fences. There is a genre of Canadian TV that's basically laughing at Americans. And there's a genre of American TV that's called laughing at Americans. It's the news. Oh, man. But, like, there was a show that a noted Canadian, he's like Canada's Jon Stewart, made. It was called Talking to Americans. They would go to America and basically get them to sign a petition or, like, say congratulations for some fucked up shit that didn't happen in our country. Like, for example, congratulations to Jean Poutine for being elected the third prime minister of Canada or something like that. Congratulations to Canada for finally creating the first igloo that has electricity. Like, I do need to say, to be fair, that exact same show has existed in like American late night forever. Like Jay Leno would send people out on the street and be like, "What's the capital of the country you live in?" And they would be like, California. And then they go, "Mwah, mwah." But I would say Border Patrol is like that. Because you do, and it's oftentimes like the BC border that we use, which hits closer to home. People will literally go through the border and be like, nothing to declare. Then they pull them into secondary, and then their trunk is just full of guns. And then literally, and I believe them, their defense is like, we didn't know it wasn't allowed. And I'm like as a Canadian, I'm like, of course. Of course it's not allowed. But like, you know, if the rules, if you've grown up in a different culture, the rules might not be like apparent to you. There was also one where a dude got stopped going over the border from Michigan to Ontario, and he got stopped because he had an open beer in his cup holder. And then it turns out that apparently, at least this might have been like 2010 or something like that, but as of then, it was legal to have an open beer in your car and be drinking it as long as you weren't drunk yet. Something like that. So he was like, "Can you speed this up? Because like we start metabolizing this stuff pretty quick." I got you now, you sack of shit. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I should even admit this. I don't know what that motherfucker means when he says anything to declare. All I know is that if you say no, he just says, "Welcome home, sir." So my ass is not saying yes anytime soon. Sometimes they're like, "What's the value of the goods that you purchased on your trip?" And then I give them an honest answer. When they say anything to declare, I'm like, "That, who do you think I am? Like Blanche Dubois?" I fundamentally don't understand what that means. In the airport, they just have you do the checklist now. I saw that. Like, I guess I shouldn't complain. It's not like I want to talk to like a customs agent. But like, we've really gone so far into like self-service. They got us doing our own customs and immigration now. Like they got me filling out the checklist that says nothing to see here. Like, aren't you supposed to pay somebody to do it based on their preconceived notions from how I look after traveling for 10 hours? It's crazy. And then the dude asked me for a tip later, and I said, "Hold on, man." And then cut. This is where we'll insert the next good joke that I have, and we'll string it together into 90 minutes for a special. You know it's gone too far. I don't know where I'm going with this. It was going to be something related to having the prisoners do like their own lethal injections. We shouldn't. They've taken it. I've gotten high on my own supply too much. We shouldn't take it that far. Save that one for the Netflix special. You could have cooked on it. I know, but the thing is, like, you got to do that joke right. And it's it's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right? Like if I'm going for the $1 million, I better make sure I know the answer. Otherwise, I'm going all the way back to 32,000. I might as well just leave with the 256. I'm gonna beat this guy in the next 15 minutes, man. I have seen the Fred Armisen special about drumming. I consider it both insulting and complimentary that you compared my stream to that, because I think that special was not funny at all, and I really liked it. And you might say, oh, was there like some kind of like broader message in it? Some kind of lesson, a Mike Birbiglia-esque takeaway about our place in this world, our responsibilities? Nope. I don't know. I watched it. I didn't laugh once, and I would watch it again. He does have the one good bit about the accents across the United States, which is the funniest bit in the whole thing and also the hackiest bit in the whole thing. And then like all the other jokes are literally about drumming. I didn't really get it. It's Nanette for dudes. I'm going to +2 you on that one. I don't know if the world's ready for that take, but I'm ready. I am here for the downfall of Nanette. I got nothing against Hannah Gadsby. There's years and years of people being like, well, it's pretty good, but it's no Nanette. Me watching Nanette, I'm like, what the fuck is all the... I mean, it's perfectly cromulent, but... I mean, it's no Gabriel Iglesias, right? I don't know how we got on this subject matter. I've been listening without video. I'm flabbergasted you're still on this dude after 30 minutes of talking. If you open your eyes, you'll see why I'm still on this guy. It's because he's beating the shit out of me. I'm leaking piss. This guy is... It's not even close, right? We've had maybe like one close attempt. He's mostly just going wild on me. You know what? Fuck you, you fucking said. Nobody fucking... With all due respect, you have no idea what it's like to be fucking #1. It's crazy that you can trigger the stagger from so far away. I'm used to having to get right up in the dude's face. Well, yeah, try to dodge the undodgeable. Good idea. Do you have hair on your shoulders? Yep. Pretty much everywhere. I would say I was embarrassed by it until... I mean, honestly, it's cliche to say, but like everything in your life changes when you have kids. It's like I'm at this point, really, I've scooped up human shit with my bare hands, and I'm gonna be like, oh no, some like 17-year-old at the swimming pool is gonna make fun of my shoulder hair. Like I would simply lift him over my head and throw him over the fence outside of the water park. It wouldn't even be a contest. It's just, yeah, keep in mind, I've been having my shirt off a lot on vacation. It was warm. We were in a warm climate. We were in swimming pools next to the ocean. I'm the hairiest motherfucker usually. Sometimes there's one dude as hairy or hairier than me, and I know that he's hairy because the first thing I think of is like, whoa, that motherfucker is hairy. The people that you see that you're like, that guy's hairy, you might say like, oh, like it looks like he's wearing a sweater at the beach. That guy looks nearly hairless to me. I'm not quite at the level of like they wouldn't describe me as like a wolf boy or something like that. That was just not smart. But I got a lot of body hair for sure. I didn't choose it. Is your back hairy? Yes, it is. It's all hairy. I got ear hair. I got nose hair. That's like if you have ear hair that is visible in your 30s, you don't have to ask about any place else. You can see that I don't have hair on my head. I got hair everywhere else. He's got hair on his feet. That's not even, like, this is where the Overton window is for society, hairy people. This is what we have to fight back against. People think that, like, hairy feet is, like, weird. That's not the end of hair. That's, like, the middle of hair. That's like the Captain America Civil War of body hair. Like, you haven't even seen Thanos in, like, 3 years. You're not even close to the end game, man. Almost had it. Fuck it, we ball. What's the last place? I don't know. I'll let you know when we get there. I feel like ear was like one of the most recent for me. Palms? I don't think there's follicles there. I don't think they got the cognitive capacity for that. Between chest and armpit? Are you, like, with no disrespect, are you 15 years old? I'm tired of these hairless motherfuckers trying to tell me, they're trying to explain body hair to me. I'm like the Archimedes of body hair, man. I'm not the first person to ever have it, but I was the only person I knew who had it for like 15 years. You know, I've had friends for like 10 years, never seen them with their shirt off. Finally, we have to change in a hotel room to get dressed for like a wedding or something like that. And I'm like, this motherfucker's 32 years old. He has 4 chest hairs, really? His chest is more hairless than mine was when I was 14. Like, how is that fair? And then they're always like, my chest is so hairy. Fucking dickheads. You didn't go through the same kind of trauma I went through. Oh, it's beach day at high school. Let me spend 2 hours shaving my whole torso so I'm not the only 15-year-old at the beach with an entirely covered torso with curly brown hair. Shave it all off, wake up the next day. Now I'm the only 15-year-old at the beach whose fucking torso is covered with razor bumps because my dumb ass doesn't know how to shave that kind of shit. I barely do the stuff on my face at that point. Thank God it rained. Got to watch Batman Begins instead. Saved my life. I would never have lived that moment down. Don't worry, it'll all grow back in 10 seconds. Let's fucking go. Me, when I saw that it rained on beach day, let's fucking go! I guess we gotta watch Batman Begins. Oh, it's so gross. I have like 2 hairs that poke out of my nipple. Okay, fucking trim it in half a second then. You don't even know what it's like. People are like, if I was that hairy, I would just shave it. Fucking where, dude? You got like a special shower in your house that's just for shaving your whole body? Because the drain is never going to be the same. Clear all your afternoon appointments. Bro, it fucking kills. I know his Steve-O voice. It does fucking kill. Not to mention, it's you always miss a spot. I always laugh. I know this bit. I don't know if Prezzo's here. He might not be Eliza P. Head. Can we get some at Prezzo's? I know he liked this bit. I like it too. It's also when you're hairy on your legs and your genitals, it's fucked up. Because anytime you shave your genitals, you have to decide how deep down your legs to shave so it doesn't look weird. Because like if you just shave your genitals, then it looks like you're wearing like and you're hairy on your legs and your stomach, then it looks like you're wearing like a pair of really pale flesh-colored shorts. So then you start shaving down the thighs a little bit, but then it just looks like you're wearing a pair of flesh-colored boxer briefs. And you're like, well, how deep am I gonna go here, man? I gotta figure out Am I gonna just have like hair capris? Like, what's going on? So I don't know. You just gotta. I guess you just gotta fuck with the lights off. It's just easier, man. Life's too short. There is like no good solution. Because someone in chat say, you ever try waxing? Kate waxed my chest and my stomach. We naively were like, it's extremely important to have skin-to-skin time with your baby when they're born, right? It probably is really important, but I don't think I needed to get rid of all the hair on my chest and stomach for that. But at the time, I was like, you know, let's do it. I've never done it before. It's an interesting story at the very least. It was very, very painful. But then afterwards, and it took a long time. It was very, very painful. But afterwards, I was like, at least I won't get like the itchiness when it comes back in. And then, shit was itchy as fuck, bro. I thought that was like the thing with waxing, was that it was fast versus shaving. And it doesn't itch when it comes back in. It was itching like crazy. It was misery. Science is still working on a way to, like, the perfect solution for getting rid of hair, like body hair. Nair, I've used it. It's not strong enough to cut through the grade of sandpaper that I got. I don't know how to explain it. Laser, yeah, okay, it's like $1,500 a treatment. It hurts like a motherfucker. Recovery hurts, and then you got to go back like 7 times and repeat it. Surely there's got to be a better way, man. Body hair really is like the mosquitoes of your body. Like, science can't figure out a solution, man. Oh, that hurt. I'm with you. I think acceptance is the way. And I've accepted it a long time ago, which is totally fine. But I'm just telling you, it's the same with baldness. Everyone, when they say like, oh, if I was bald, there's no problem because I just get fucking jacked. It's easy, bro. Fucking easy. Nothing stopping me from getting jacked right now except this heavy ass head of hair on my head. I'm just so tired from carrying around all this hair all day. Same thing. Motherfuckers with like 2 armpit hairs are like, I would just shave it. Yeah, I'm sure you would. I wonder why like the hundreds of millions of people who have copious body hair don't just shave their entire body, including their fucking back, all the time. Well, obviously shaving's stupid. I would just get my whole body lasered. Okay, fucking payday loans addict. This shit is expensive. It's just easier to just be like, I'm hairy, take it or leave it. If you don't deserve me at my worst, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. The whole body shave in the shower is like, it's miserable, man. The worst part is like once you start, you can't back out because you'll look super fucked up. The cleanup takes twice as long as the act itself, which takes forever to begin with, and you never get all the hair. And both ways. You never shave all the hair, you always miss a spot, and you never get all the hair clean off of wherever you were shaving it to. I own you. I'm gonna ult him. It's pretty easy. His head came off? Well, he was pretty old. Name that movie. A little known movie. A lot of people aren't going to be able to get that one. Have you fought a boss today? No, I thought I fought 3, like, dickheads who are pissing me off. But they did not have health bars. Well, not real ones. That's why I still feel like shaving sucks so much. They gotta finally make that thing that I invented but don't know how to actually make, which is like a mask exactly 3D printed to the proportions of your face that's filled with razor blades, and you put your face into it and then you press a button and it shaves your whole face in one stroke. And then just do that, but like for your body as well. Okay, Jigsaw. Well, we'd make it work. There's a lot of shit in your life that's probably like a saw trap if it doesn't work. Like if your bed fucking didn't work and you got trapped in it, you'd be like, holy shit, who made this bed? Jigsaw? But you just, you know, we handle it. You just get up every morning instead. Trapped how? I don't know. Fucking if it didn't work right. It's so funny that Jigsaw killed a dude just for smoking. Oh no. Yep. Hot take, but Jigsaw's not exactly a good guy. That's what's weird about the later Saw movies, is that they sort of like rehabilitate him. Or like they try to pretend like he's rehabilitated in the eyes of like at least a part of the society. Like in the first one, they're like, Jigsaw's like fucked up. And then by Saw 7, they're like, Jigsaw has a legion of disciples at his behest. And you're like, really? The dude with the tricycle? The puppet with the trike? The one who was putting people's heads inside of like mechanical jaws that will close if they blink their eyes? Saw's kind of cool though. People worship serial killers IRL. That is crazy. Like there's that one, I think the whole true crime industry is fucked up, man. I say that as someone who loved Serial and like season 1 of Making a Murder. Like I watched like the first 10 like true crime Netflix shows and was like, this is the best shit ever. But I'm like, you know that one, I forget the guy's name, but it was very famous. It was maybe like 6 or 7 years ago that the crime took place. The dude murdered his wife and their 2 kids. I saw online that he has like a legion of female admirers. Help, son of a bitch. Chris Watts, thank you. Like he murdered his 2 young kids plus his wife, went to prison for life, I'm assuming, and he has a legion of like female admirers. Like, are you stupid? He killed his wife, bro. Are you? And you're like, something with a great deal of disrespect. He basically killed you version 1.0. And you're like, I'm re-upping. I know this might be crazy, but I'm doubling down. He killed his wife. Are you stupid? Like, I don't know what else to say. Are you smoking reefer? Same thing with vampires? Bitch, no the fuck it isn't, because they're not real. That's not a real thing. That's... I appreciate the assist. I think you knew that, and you just said this would be a really funny thing to say, which I appreciate. Were vampires real? Sure. But even then, like, the vampires, they usually don't kill their love. Like, they turn their love into, like, another person who lives immortally with them. Like, look at Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. Like, that dude was gonna fucking kill Lucy because she was just, like, you know, for the streets. But he was gonna turn Mina Harker because he was like, we're predestined to be together. You were my wife back in the fucking, in that war in Romania or whatever. So there's almost something like, I'm not into it. There's something romantic about the vampire thing. It wasn't like he just killed. It's like a vampire falling in love with Van Helsing or something like that. And you're like, yo, Dracula, Van Helsing kills vampires. And you're like, yeah, but I'm built different. He's not going to get me. What about the Phantom of the Opera? I don't really know what's up with that guy. I have no concept of what happens in the play. I don't know if he's like a creature or if he was just badly burned. He's just a guy who he had an accident or something. He's just a guy. Okay. I gotta see more plays, man. When I don't see plays, I'm like, I hate plays. Then every time I see a play, even if it's corny as hell, I'm like, live theater is a magical experience. Not my ass tearing up during the Golden Mickeys on the Disney cruise. Not even tearing up like at the content, just tearing up at the idea that it must have been so much work to put this on. Resurrection Champion Victor has returned. I know this guy. Oh, Lord, they've been making these clown robots to fight me. Oh, okay, it's another shortcut. All right, Kate, I don't know. I know you said you needed 10 more minutes. I feel like we must be at a boss fight at this point, and it's a convenient time. Yeah, be there. What does that mean, be there? What does that mean, be there? Be there. Yamo be there. Yama blow my brains out if I have to hear that song one more time. I know the reference. Another little known comedy classic. If I have to hear Yamo be there one more time, I'm gonna blow my brains out all over the store. It's not about the Cleveland Steamers and the rusty trombones. It's not about the butthole pleasures. It's not about the butthole pleasures. How old are you? You got plenty of time. How old are you? 26, 27? I'm 40. Oh, you gotta get on that shit, man. What cannot be used before it breaks? Egg. King of Riddles is hint. I don't need a hint. I just got the answer without any help at all. So, motherfucker spent 30 years picking out exactly the right newsboy cap on Seville Row, and then all of a sudden just gets ganked and two-tapped. That's gotta sting. Oh, wow. What a game, man. It's not Seville Row. Oh, okay, here we go. England be like, we invented the English language. We can destroy it if we like. The heck? Somebody spitting at me? Now we're talking, dude. Watch this. Okay. They really should have given this dude... Whoa! They really should have given this dude a weapon. He'd be unstoppable. This is such a funny way for an enemy to fight. I love it. It's the same thing in Elden Ring when you fight Horaloo and you're like, wait a minute, this dude doesn't have a sword. What are we doing here? Oh, fuck. He's going in. Oh, man. All right, let me see if Kate is ready. I can't believe, dude, it's just mini bosses nonstop, man. Hello. Are you ready to stream? Smiley face. I am live. Okay, by the way, I did eat I should have responded to your message. I did eat the Costco mandu for lunch. It was great. Thank you. Pardon me. Something about, dude. Malik, I don't know if you need to hear this, okay?